everyone. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to me speak. The reason I have gathered you all here today is to inform you of the destructive path of cigarettes. According to the Surgeon General, Regina M. Benjamin, every 8 seconds someone dies from tobacco use. Cigarettes are not only destructive to the smoker, but also damage our environment too. A human body was designed to breathe in oxygen, not tobacco mixed with a deadly cocktail of more than 7,000 chemicals. I have a picture here of some of the chemicals that are in the cigarette. For example, there's battery acid, candle wax, insecticide, toilet cleaner, rocket fuel, sewer gas, and vinegar. And it just keeps going. When a person smokes a cigarette, they're affecting themselves and the people around them. Smoking is widely known for causing cancer and also causes cancer to non-smokers by secondhand smoke. Smoking affects your organs such as your lungs and your heart, and also causes many other illnesses and diseases such as emphysema or COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. I have a picture here of what healthy lungs should look like, all pink, and then that person started to smoke cigarettes, and you can tell all the tissue is just completely black. There's no good cells left. I also have a picture of mouth cancer, which you could see like the little white cancer cells forming in the mouth. Also a picture of esophageal cancer, where you can also see cancer cells forming in there. I myself grew up with two parents whom both smoked cigarettes, and I also lost my mother when I was 16 years old. Her cigarette smoking contributed to her passing. Knowing this, I picked up the awful habit for 5 years. I already noticed how much the cigarettes were affecting me, changing my appearance and my mood. I decided to quit after 5 years of smoking, and my appearance, my health, and my moods have instantly improved. Some of the damage I've caused to my body from smoking for 5 years is reversible. However, when a person does stop smoking cigarettes and continues, the damage is permanent. One of the most upsetting statistics connected to smoking is the number of people that it kills each year. Smoking is directly linked to the development of pancreatic, lung, esophageal, and many other deadly forms of cancer. And it also causes serious heart and respiratory conditions too. It is estimated that in 2015, smoking will lead to the deaths of over 6 million people around the world. Currently, the World Health Organization indicates that smoking takes the life of one smoker roughly every 6 seconds. For one thing, a single cigarette and the smoke that it produces will contain more than 4,000 known chemicals. Before I said 7,000, this is information from 2010, they rechanged it, of which are 50 known carcinogens. Not only will these chemicals dramatically increase the risk of mouth, lung, throat, and pancreatic cancers, but they also increase your blood pressure and cholesterol levels and reduce the amount of oxygen in the blood. Smoking is also directly linked to insomnia. The quality of life for an adult smoker will be degraded by high blood pressure, cholesterol, increased of risk of heart attack or stroke, and less threatening problems like infertility, impotence, molecular degeneration, and periodontal disease, which is mouth cancer. I also have a picture of what teeth looked like when the person didn't smoke cigarettes. Nice and white, all the enamels there. I think it was 2 years later that's what happened. You can already see the enamels like all brown and dark. You can also see in my teeth too. It was only 5 years. Now that I've discussed some of the life-threatening issues that smoking causes, I want you all to now understand how it affects the people around the smoker. Secondhand smoke caused the deaths of roughly around 50,000 people just in the United States alone. Secondhand smoke is a mixture of 2 forms of smoke that come from burning tobacco. Side stream smoke, which I have a little picture right here of somebody smoking by their baby, which is the smoke lighted from the cigarette, pipe, or cigar. Mainstream smoke, which is exhaled by the smoker. Secondhand smoking has been linked to lung cancer. There is also some evidence suggesting it may be linked with childhood leukemia and cancers of the larynx, which is your voice box, your pharynx, which is the throat, brain, bladder, rectum, stomach, and breast. The United States Surgeon General reports have written to make the public aware of health issues linked to tobacco and SHS. Also directly linked to secondhand smoke are environmental issues. Cigarettes are very harmful to our environment. At least 4.5 non-degradable filter-tip cigarettes are deposited annually somewhere in the world. In Africa, around 5% of all deforestation is caused by tobacco. In Malawi, where the ancient dry forests of the Bimbimbo Highlands are particularly under threat, tobacco accounts for 20% of deforestation. I have a picture here of like a nice beach by the ocean. You can tell there's just so many cigarette butts right there. Like, who wants to play in a beach by all that with their kids too? Nearly 600 million trees are destroyed to provide fuel for dried tobacco. I have a picture of like this field where it's just hundreds of acres of tobacco, and they have to cut down all that just for the tobacco to grow. Put in another way, one tree is destroyed for every 300 cigarettes. Globally, tobacco curing requires 11.4 million tons of solid wood annually. Tobacco is a sensitive plant prone to many diseases. It therefore requires huge chemical inputs of up to 16 applications of pesticide are recommended during one 3-month growing period. Aldrin and dieldrin, DDT, are among the chemicals used. Methyl bromide, widely used as a fumigant in developing countries, contributes significantly to the ozone depletion. As well as being hazardous to the users, chemicals run off into the water sources, contaminating local water supplies. There are also concerns about high levels of pesticide use leading to the development of resistance in mosquitoes and flies, making the control of diseases such as malaria more difficult. With all this information on how harmful cigarettes can be, it is mind-boggling to know that there is an estimated population of around 1.2 billion smokers in the world today. Smoking claims the lives of the people who use cigarettes, the people around them, and the earth they live on. Think of how many lives could be saved if we stopped smoking. Think of how much money could be put back into people's wallets by not buying cigarettes and saving money on their medical bills. Think of how the environment could be saved. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to me today.